Baseball fans, get ready because baseball legend, the one and only Doug Flynn, is getting a well-deserved spotlight in a new honor, an hour-long special highlighting his incredible career and legacy. So this was produced in collaboration with Morehead State University. The special will air soon, but before we jump straight into this really quickly, let me see something. OH!
He's not going to give you. He's not going to give you. He's not going to give you that. He's not going to do that.
I'm sorry, but if you cut me, it's going to be a little blue. Sorry.
We've got David Patrick, a former colleague of ours here at WKYT, and who is now the athletics, video, and special projects head guy over there at Morehead State, and of course Doug Flynn joining us right now. We appreciate you fellas. And David, we were just talking. This is something you worked on a while back.
It is a while back. I just, to be honest with you, I felt God just laid it on my heart to reach out to Doug, and I called him one day and I said, I got a very random question for you. And he said, what is it? And I said, you know, I know you've done countless interviews over the years, you know, about Pete Rose and Johnny Bench and the Big Red Machine and Tom Seaver, you name it. Doug's done hundreds and hundreds of interviews. But I said, have you ever done an interview about yourself, about Doug Flynn, about your life, about your career, about, you know, about your accomplishments? And he said, actually, no, I have not. And I said, we need to do that. And so he agreed to it, and we got together, and this was actually shot a few years ago. But because it was such a big project,
and I totally forgot about it. We did it, and I forgot about it, and I didn't know that he used it, and then he called back, and the first thing that I asked him was, David, why would you want to do an hour interview with me? And he said, well, and I think back to times, and I've had so much fun, but I believe he's right. I think the good Lord just led him to say, we need some stuff and we're going to share it, and we kind of sit down and open up about a lot of things.
How do you feel being the person that he called to say, you know what, your life is so memorable, so amazing that you're the one that I want to do
I
this
think he's
with?
been in Morehead too long. I've been so blessed in so many things, and you know, I got a chance to do something that a lot of people don't, and that's to be a Major League Baseball player. It's had to be a lot of divine intervention there, because my journey there was so different than everybody else's. And you know, I look back now, I've been at Central Bank for 28 years. I feel like instead of I'm not growing older gracefully, but I'm growing older more gratefully, I believe.
Ooh, I love
That's
that.
fantastic.
Yeah.
I played, Doug doesn't know this, but last year we played in the ISCO Media Day.
Oh,
and golf. And of course, you know, Doug's over there like, well, Doug's a stick, which means he's really good.
Okay.
And of course he was. I mean, it just keeps on going.
Right.
David, when can we expect to see this released?
It airs June 28th at 1 o'clock on WKYT, and then June 29th at 1 o'clock on the CW. So we get two special appearances. But
A lot of pictures.
Yeah, lots of
pictures.
like the Cincinnati Reds Hall of Fame and Museum really helped us with photos. Doug drug out some amazing photos from way back to his Little League days.
Oh, wow.
Of course, his mom and dad, and he talks about just everything there.
Oh, I know.
Isn't that a good-looking guy right there?
Good-looking kid right there for sure.
You know, if my dad was watching, he'd say, son, you need a haircut.
So you, Doug, you were in the majors for 10 years, 10 seasons, right?
11.
11. My math. 11 seasons. That's a good little run. I mean,
it is.
What's the highlight of that?
I think, you know, being this close to Cincinnati growing up, sort of being a fan and watching Frank Robinson, Vada Pinson, hearing the history of my dad, who played pro ball with the Brooklyn Dodgers and also played with a team called the Lexington Hustlers here. I was always around it. But I played 3 sports in high school. I was never a star, got no scholarship offers out of high school, but I always loved to play. And I think as I started developing and got some good coaching, the next thing you know, I get an opportunity to go play with one of the greatest teams of all time. And it's our 50-year reunion coming up here, and we'll be doing this special actually as we are doing the Big Red Machine reunion. So, you know, I'm just so thankful for that. And as I get older, I'm becoming a lot more humbled and gracious by all the stuff that's happened. And you know, people, I hope they'll watch this. You'll learn a little bit about what it's like to maybe get cut from a team or two, and then a few years later be a part of something pretty special.
Doug, do you have any advice for children who may be struggling, who wants to get in the game, who may say, you know what, not my time right now, but maybe in the future?
Well, the biggest thing is to love the game that you're playing.
That's right.
And if you continue to love it and continue working at it, you never know when a door could open. There will be a time in all of our lives that they come to you and say, I think maybe you ought to try something different.
Yeah.
But until that time comes, then go out there and give the best 100%. Especially now, you know, a first year in the big leagues, I made $16,000. That was the minimum. Today, you can make $750,000. It's not a bad livelihood.
That's a good day.
It's
That's a good day.
But it's not about that. I mean, if you're doing something that you love doing, like I am doing right now at the bank, if you do that, then it makes life just so pleasant.
Yeah, thank you.
We appreciate you both.
Thank you all
so
for
very
doing
And a
it.
much.
special
Very
thank
much.
you to Tanner Hesterberg, our good friend Tanner,
yeah.
because he helped me with the production of this. And Tanner did a great job.
Thank you.